This is Nostra Bini. I'm gonna do a whole Nostra Bini in the Bini, Nostra Bini, or Nostra Bini, or is it Nostra Gachi? I don't know. It depends on how my mood I'm in. But anyway, Three's Company. Oh, I remember that show when I was a little boy. And not so little, I was a grown-up boy and I had tendencies to girls, especially the benign one, and they didn't wear bras. Oh, it was so great, and it was so vulnerable. I was so happy. The brunette wasn't bad either, and John Ritter was funny. But I always identified not with Johnny, but with his friend, who was the little, he just said, "Hey, you're with those girls, don't you want to do the hoopy doop?" Anyway, this is serious stuff. We're talking about the Middle East. No, we're not talking about the Middle East. I thought in a track of a war, I'm always going, that must be the Middle East. No, it's Ukraine. Yeah, Putin is meeting my Trumpy, and Trumpy's going to show him what. But people say, no, why don't you have Zelensky there? Aren't you, disrespecting him? No, because Trumpy knows that he has to look at Putin's eyes and say, Putin, you better not invade no more and kill no more people. I'm going to do a trade war on you. I'm going to make America great again, and it's going to be greater than Russia ever could. You can't even hold people to your country because nobody wants to be a part of your nastiness. And he knows that. And all his friends are fair weather friends. And the weather's going to get pretty rough pretty soon. So there, Mr. Putin. See, Putin wants to reestablish the Soviet Union and therefore the Soviet Empire. I mean, he's like the Borg. He wants to absorb all the countries around him, Estonia, Lithuania. And we might have, because they're near, we might have to go to war. Woo! A conventional war, we could beat the hell out of the Russians. We kill them all. A lot of them, at least. But if he uses his atomic bombs, it'll be a disaster for the environment, a disaster. And we might use them all and be a big fight. So we're scared. But we can't have Zelensky there because Zelensky, the comedian, he thinks he's entitled to help. And in a way, he is. If you knew the history of Ukraine, they've been betrayed. But we made them give up their atomic weapons, and the Russians won't never come into their country. That's like me having a gun, and you say, give up your gun, and then the guy next door who's crazy comes and takes your country over. Bad Russians. Bad. I think Rachel Maddow encouraged that. You masculine woman who's no good. And I got good news. You could waste away the years with the shots to make you lose weight. I'm taking them right now. I feel younger already. I do. I look at my picture and I say, "You're not so old. You're from economically, I'm 67 years old, but I don't feel like it. I think I'm getting younger. I think the Viagra. No, not the Viagra. That'll make you younger in a different way. Oh, I think I'm getting better. I'm not getting older, I'm getting better. And pretty soon I'll lose weight. I'll be skinny bitty, and I'll be young again. Oh, but what am I going to do if get ready for the ET aliens from outer space to visiting us? They're going to take over. They're going to tell us, you better behave, humans, because we're afraid they're going to get too far advanced and destroy the universe. And we'll say, look, aliens. You heard he turns the aliens. We're not going to do that. And God's actually napping on our planet. He is. Or our collective consciousness of all people stuff. Maybe. We don't know. I have to investigate. I'm detective of spirituality. Oh, Trump he's going to take over the DSA and clean it up like the marshal does. He's going to take all the junkies and freaks and bad people who are among the homeless and get them out. You can't stay here and shoddy up our cities and do your crack dens right in the middle of the street. And you're homeless and you're mentally ill. Out of here. We're going to have the National Guard get rid of you. That's right. We can't do that. Not the nice ones, but the baddie ones who's on the street. Because they're a bunch of junkies. It's true. Oh, yeah, and they push people down the subways tracks. And here in New York, a man, Chinese man, he was in the subway, and somebody took him and they pushed him down the tracks for no apparent reason. Didn't even know him. They do somebody who's so vulnerable. You're a bad homeless man, psycho job. And they do it again, again, again. And they have like 5 different things because there's no cash on bail. You know what that means? You don't have to take bail. So you just, like a revolving door of justice. You're gonna get it, you liberals. You're gonna get it. You went too far. Oh, Bubba's endgame. He's gonna clear out Gaza. He's gonna take all of Gaza and occupy it and clear out the Palestinian population. It's not ethnic cleansing, it's ethnic survival for the Israelis. They won't survive with those crazy Palestinians surrounding them. And, Palestinians, I hate to say it, they're in a Hamas. They create their own psycho Nazi group, and they're a dust cult, that's the Jews. And not only that, when they go into a country, they cause civil war. They made a civil war in Lebanon, turned a good Christian country into their place. And they went into Jordan, they almost took over there. Where would they go? They're very aggressive. So what's it doing in New York City? They're beating up Jews left and right and getting in our faces. Well, your violence won't be lit by the Trumpers of January 6th. Yeah, only they need to defend themselves. Defend democracy. Israel's nuke stream. The Iranians are hiding the nuke team. They're hiding their nuke team. Yeah, because we killed, well, I didn't kill them. The Israelis got them and killed them dead. And now they're hiding. They're worried, can we just save ourselves? Oh, Donald's having all the aces. Good, I love him. Oh, race for mayor. We have a communist who wants to destroy the United States of America's capital city. New York, New York, it's gonna be a commie town. They're gonna subsidize all the groceries, and then they'll run out of stuff like a Soviet Union in the 70s. There'll be bread lines everywhere. And Swami Sunuju won't care. He won't acknowledge it. They never do. When his communist philosophies don't come true, he always blames it on the resistance of the capitalist crew. He's a jerk. Oh, you know who's a hero? I'll tell you what a hero is. A man who grew among giant letters and beings on the WNBA and take his under his from his Venus and butter shirt and throw it up the dildo in the gutter. Luckily, the lesbian violent people didn't see him because they beat him up because they're super duper women. They can't get a basket, but they can beat up the average man. Yeah. I get scared when I think of a giant lesbian cyclops, like a pirate. Oh, well, animal porn. You know what the Democrat did? He was a furry, and he did one with animals. That's against the law, but the law is cheap. They don't go after Democrats who are deviants. Ooh, a nightmare for a nightmare for you. A nightmare. People having nightmares about things. I don't know what's and the commie, I know what it is. A commie mayor would be a nightmare for the people who live here because they can have all the funding of the federal government come gets here. And they better not, because Donald will go all the way. He's a tough old bird, that Donald Trump. He's a tough old bird, that Donald Trump. Free freedom, free. We're gonna go down on India. That means our Indian food will be curtailed, and our Indian stuff, whatever that is, will be curtailed. But it'll be worth it to make world peace in the world. Because you can use it to cut off monies that the Indians are giving and supporting the what's it called, the war back in Ukraine. That's the way you do it. That's the way you do it, friend. Yeah, a friend of my enemy is a friend of mine. Free trade. We got a lot of crazy people in this country, and I say we gotta stop it. You burn the flag. I'm not saying we should burn you up or should kick you out of the country because you're not a loyal person. You don't love your own country. You're a bad person. Oh, it's true. Watch this. John Jr. I love John Jr. Maybe he'll be president one day. I don't know. After Stevie Vance is president for a while. He'll still be young. And he has to hold that chair for Baron. Baron, you're good for nothing. Tall guy, Baron. You're quite a tall. I don't know what's wrong. He's a mystery. Yeah, Don, he's gonna hit the client, the cartels right in Mexico where they live and send the military FBI people out to get them, kidnap them, bring them back to justice. Exactly. Free to hate. Yeah, you're free to hate in this country. You shouldn't be. You should be good with boys. Oh, you make me mad. UK, they went too far. The English are still a party of people, and they are rebelling against the Muslim invasion of the nation. And the communist politically correct ones, the alliance. If you want to know what a dictator looks like, if they won here, go to Canada and Yemen. Oh, yeah, I don't know how it happened. And they go after Jews. They, oh, it's not I on the drill. God, God protect my Jewish friends. Maybe I should get covering for. Come on, I'll get you. I'll put my Jewish friends in that closet, and if they could shut their mouths, not order so much pastrami sandwiches, maybe we could make it work. Oh, I left my heart in San Francisco in a pile of boo. Thanks to Jimmy the Lou. Oh, my tooth is missing.